Hello, skate family, and welcome to Skaters Connect, your portal to the skate world. My name is Dunbar, and we are back at it again with another author spotlight from the evolution of skating. Today, we have a special treat. I'm sitting down with Chuck Birch of the Chuck Birch Scholarship Fund. Tell us a little bit about the fund, Chuck.
The Scholarship Fund started back in 2000 with a goal and a dream to merge the things that I love to do with something that makes an impact. I was a kid who needed a scholarship, and there was someone who granted that to me. I never forgot that. And now I am leading a movement to merge scholarships with things that are fun: roller skating, golf, making a difference in kids' life. And so what I've done is been able to do that with some fairly successful events that are always fun.
All right, so you said a couple of events. My question is, how did you get the money to give away your first scholarship?
I got together with some friends and I invited them out to a public skate night. And I said, yo, man, we like this roller skate. Let's see if we can do something for the community that's different than just rolling around on those eights all night. And let's see if we can add a little bit to the till and make a difference. People, roll at these skating events one night, 3 nights, a whole weekend, and they roll the turn up, and turning up is okay. But why not use that energy for something that makes a difference? And so when we got together with those folk, I got some people that were down for it, and then they went that was down for it. And then we raised a little bit of money, and then I matched that money
Oh,
and gave away that money literally on the spot. And
wow.
so that started that on the spot impact right there.
Now that you say on the spot, something I did notice looking at the videos, you sign checks at the end of every single event. So, what inspired you to start literally signing the checks at the end of the event?
Well, there's a couple of things. One thing, the checks make the transfer real. And it also gives responsibility to the students that they've got to do some things that really culminate this action. Uh, and signing the checks for me basically is the release of the impact of what we're trying to do. And so, just that act. You think about it when you pay a bill. For those of us who used to sign checks, and I know in this electronic world we can just click a button, but clicking a button is not the same as making a transaction, giving some instruction, and saying, "Look, bro, sis, the rest is on you. You got to take this thing to your college and university." So they know that they have a responsibility. And then we try to implant that responsibility to them to say, if you like that, come on back for more, pay it forward. And it's starting to work because now we got this legions of people that got those checks, they negotiated them, and now they are part of the alumni. We call them the CBSF scholars.
How many people have you given scholarships to?
Over 350 students.
Over 350 students. I forgot to say this before we jumped on. Can you repeat the question that I asked and then say the answer? That's how
Sure.
you get them Hollywood edits.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so important that I was like, wait. I'm messing this one up. Like Oprah. No, I'm stopping. That's amazing. And I look through the videos and I see the looks on people's face as you're signing the checks. And that's when I do like, oh, this is real. These are real people that really came out and they really had their destinies changed by coming out to the event. So now my question for you is, how did you start skating?
Man, I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and a rite of passage as a young person is either you bowl, you skate, or you do something to, pass that time away in the fall and the winter where you have to do things indoors. Uh, my mom and dad were roller skaters. I knew my mom skated. I didn't know what an OG my dad was until I started hearing the stories from the family. So I got it honestly. We started roller skating in the basement. We had those skates that clipped onto your gym shoes or your tennis shoes, depending on where you're from. And we would roll with those wooden wheels until those wooden wheels, metal wheels. Let me get that right. Metal wheels, because we didn't graduate to wooden wheels until we got our own skates, but that was also young. And then we got skates of our own when other kids was growing out of their shoes. And it was kind of a requirement in our house that you needed to entertain yourself. So get on those skates.
Hey, get on the skates and get in the basement.
That's right.
I'm from Georgia, so it doesn't get as cold. And I hear stories about people like Bill Butler skating in his basement. And like I had a basement, but I never connected how essential it would be that I skated in my basement. So
Yep.
that's the roller skating part. It's hilarious that you said you didn't know that your father skated. What was it like the day that you walked into the rink and found out that your father was a big time skater?
Man, it was almost like a 360-degree moment because, sometimes you wonder, I was an athlete. And so sometimes you wonder how you got what you got
Yeah.
because we didn't have I didn't sit down at the feet of my parents and listen to old stories. I had to get those stories from other people. So you could go to the rink and someone would say, "Man, you little Charlie." I said, "Man, I knew your dad. I knew that dude."
That's
And that's
hilarious.
like, wow.
Dad's been hiding this the whole time. Not
Yeah.
talking about it. It's clocking into work.
Hmm.
Oh, that's an amazing experience. So how did you start playing golf?
Hey, golf was another thing. I live in Texas,
Okay.
and in Texas, you translate, that indoor from Detroit to outdoor, where there's plenty of opportunity outdoor. So as a young professional, I'm a CPA and accountant by education and trade. So one way that you can network with people and get that I guess call it that exuberation, exhilaration from doing something is playing golf. And
Wow.
so there's plenty of opportunity at a reasonable rate to go play golf. And so many of my colleagues, that's what they were doing. I was an athlete. I was playing intramural rec basketball and football and stuff like that. But the competitive nature of me said that, hey, look, I'm gonna go out there, and after beating up a lot of ground and maybe breaking a couple of windows uh, with my errant shots, the competitive juices said, I can do this because I saw people like me doing it. And
Wow.
so I just went at it and went at it and went at it and got better at it. And then found out there was a great community playing golf too.
Broke some windows.
Broke some windows, bro. Hey,
It's-
man.
it's, I never calculated that cost in. You are gonna break a couple windows.
Oh, you are. When we hit the ball does not go straight.
It does not go straight. In my head, every single time I've hit a golf ball, I've never hit one for real. It always went straight. I think it went to Top Golf once, but there were no windows.
That's right.
Wow. So that's an amazing experience and a connection that at least I don't always see, and I haven't seen a lot of people get. What are some ways that people can get into golf? For example, if some young people wanted to start playing golf in their neighborhood.
Usually, at any course, in particular municipal courses in the city, there's an effort that that's a formal effort to expose young people to golf and to encourage them. A lot of times it happens on the weekends.
Hmm.
Sometimes it happens in the evenings, which is when young people are available. I tell people all you got to do is just go up there because many establishments want to see young people because they're really trying to preserve the game.
Oh
That
wow.
was the same thing with me. That there were people that were there and they were like, oh man, here's a young person because people associate golf as an old person's game. And that's not necessarily the case. Until you go there, you won't see the diversity of people who are actually out there trying to hit the ball, trying to get good, practicing on the range. Uh, right now, for golf, man, that's a path to scholarships to go to school because unlike football, basketball, and the traditional sports, getting people that are interested in golf and tennis and stuff like that, if you got the skills, then you can earn that scholarship. Big schools, small schools, all the same.
Hmm. Yeah, I've seen different. I'm a coach, so I've spoken to different coaches about under enrolled sports,
Yeah.
and just that connection between the type of people that play golf and the type of places that people may or may not want to go. I'm surprised more young people aren't playing golf. It sounds like a perfect thing to start doing.
Oh, it is. I mean, either you're in the hood and you're wondering what are you going to do, or you're out in the open in a contained area. Hey, either way, you got to be home by the time the street lights get on. So can't play golf in the dark.
Hey, you
But
can't play golf in the dark. You can do whatever you want to do though. You can't get it in.
yeah, you certainly can.
I'm about to. I need a couple clubs. I'm gonna go down to the thrift store and get some clubs. So,
Perfect
step
way to
one.
start. Perfect way to start.
So, I want to talk a little bit about skating for scholarships as an event. So, I saw that it was 5 nights long. How does a 5 night long skate party work?
There are a number of ways it can work. The way it's worked for me is that as a skater, I can show up at my local rink. And then when you graduate to become an OG in the rink, you really get some respect. Hey, look, the rink is my therapy. So when I go and I'm in my groove, the people know it, the managers know it, the owners know it, and they appreciate regulars. So I was able to kind of add to the regular skate night and said, "Hey, yo, Mr. or Miss Manager, we got our regular people. You know what that's going to be. Let's do something for a cause. Let's do something for a greater good. And if you're willing to partner with me, I'm willing to bring more people to your session. I'm willing to make your session meaningful."
Hmm.
And so in Dallas, Texas, we're spoiled because we have a lot of skating options. We have multiple rinks and multiple nights that cater to the rhythm skater, to the skater that whatever your skate style is, you can find it. So, I was able to say, hey, if you're willing to give me your Friday night, I'm willing to bring more people and let's make this thing for a cause. And so the Friday night place would go to the Saturday night place. And then I got the Sunday night place to go. And so it started off as one night, then became two, then three, and now it's five. But guess what? Wait for 2026 because I've got an announcement that's coming. We getting ready to go to 6 nights at 5 different rinks, all for a great cause, scholarships.
That's a lot of skating and a
It's a
lot
lot of
of
skating.
scholarships. There's more scholarships. That's a semester at a private school in a week. It's a couple semesters at some private schools in a week. One thing that you said that really stuck out to me was that you started at one a night and you're using the night and the culture inside of the city to help build the traction for the nights. I think a
Yeah.
lot of skating and event planners and learning event planners could learn from that type of perspective.
Well, you have to do that. I mean, it takes a lot to put on an event, a particular skating event. And it's relatively expensive before you actually make a dime.
Mm.
So my goal is to make enough to give away scholarships.
Oh wow.
So I am trying to collaborate, partner with people that do this all the time. Therefore, the path to success is that much shorter. And when you have a great cause and you can show the results of that work and literally show the results of the work at the end of the night, or
Yeah.
actually even during the session, then it's not hard to at least get the attention of an owner and a community to say, well, this is good. And now it's been good. This is our 13th year. So, we've been doing this and building this thing for quite some time. And so again, we got this legion of people that have benefit. The people I gave scholarships to the first time, they are coming back. Say, they were a student 13 years ago. Well, now they got a family. They bringing their kids to the event because, I have different factions. I've got a family night and I got a community night. I got a night that's a Greek night and an HBCU night. And I have different themes. So that allows a wide variety of people to come. And then you add the wide variety of nights and locations. I tell people, I'm gonna hit you I'm gonna hit you one time. I said, come to your regular night and come one extra night for the cause. And they get that. They're like, hey, okay, I was thinking about coming an extra night anyway. Why not come to support you?
Oh yeah. It must be amazing skating in Houston or Texas rather, because 6 nights a week of skating that has a built-in community of skaters who are actively involved in skating that much. There's like there's 6 rinks in Maryland and Virginia. You have to
Yeah, I know.
drive. Excuse me. There's like a connection. You have to get up to Delaware and Philly, or you're going all the way down. There's not a small enough community to do something like that. So that's a really special event. So thinking about the nights during the week, do you have any special events during the nights of your Skating for Scholarships events?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. To keep it not only interesting and engaging, but to make sure that everybody gets something. Every night of Skating for Scholarships, we have what's called a skater showcase. It's the people that usually work the middle work. It's a middle work competition where every night during the first nights of Skating for Scholarships, it's a preliminary round of middle work. We ask males and females to give us your best 1 minute of middle work. And the cameras are rolling, and it's by audience participation, and it doesn't cost anything to enter. The winner of each night advances to the final on Friday night, on Sunday night, on the last night of the event. The winners of each night advance to the finals. And so that has a meaning to the middle work because most rink communities, you have people who work in the middle anyway. So we got that. We also have a raffle where the grand prize is usually a TV that gets bigger every night. So the first night, it might be a 35-inch TV, but by the last night, it's a 65 or 75-inch TV.
Oh
Matter of fact,
wow.
fun fact, one of our participants last year on the second from the last night won a 65-inch TV, and she was from out of town. So she had to arrange to ship the TV back home. And so you can imagine that, she's in it for life. She's going to come every year. And she's telling people, look, you come to this thing, you can leave with we have a raffle and we have a silent auction. So we give away TVs and dinners and travel packages and skate swag and all types of things so that people can go away feeling good about their contribution to scholarships. So, silent auction, raffle, skater showcase. We're always giving recognition to a group because people deserve recognition and we want them to have that. So the last night is salute to the OGs and the old school. So the OGs make sure they come out. Saturday night, we focus on skate styles and we make sure that we give the opportunity for all the skate styles to be recognized. I told you we have an HBCU night. We got a Greek night. We got a professional organization night. We got a community organization night. And so there's always something that makes it different. We take it to different parts of town. I told you we got all these rinks. So you can go to the north side or the south side or East Dallas. And you don't have to travel that far from your locale if you don't want to. And we make it available for the national skate community to come out. So we have host hotels. We got hospitality. We do hospitality a little bit different. One of our sponsors is a juice bar.
Oh, wow.
So one night we have juice and roll. Another night, one of our sponsors is a skate shop. So he opens up his skate shop for us with a little snack and libation, and you can get your skates tuned up.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, and so it's a 5-ring circus, but it's all for a cause, and I call this controlled chaos, but it all comes together.
It sounds like a lot of events. I can only imagine you're signing people up for the raffle, you're signing them up for the silent auction, you're signing them up for the skate battle. Then you have to track all of these things throughout the night. The hardest part for me would be keeping track of giving away the TVs in succession of larger sizes, because like the gap between 75-inch TVs are only getting so big. Like we can't even buy TVs bigger than this anymore. This is getting ridiculous. We have to start it big, but it has to still be a smaller television. I'm choking trying to get these out.
And they look forward to it. And yeah. I've had people who come back year after year.
Of course. I come back year after year just to watch the TVs get bigger. That'd be the funniest thing. Watching people and then listening to the stories of people getting the TVs home. I don't know. That's the type of thing that interests me because I started buying bigger things. So other skaters may click into other things.
Yeah.
Well, my next question is, or rather my last question. No, my second to last question. Because my last question is a special question that I save, and it's a super secret question. When is the next Skating for Scholarships event? When is the next Chuck Birch Scholarship Fund event?
Well, remember, Chuck Birch Scholarship Fund is actually bigger than Skating for Scholarships. So we have monthly events. Sometimes they revolve around mentoring or development for young people. We recognize and engage segments of our community. As I said, I'm an accountant. So the next event is actually a mentoring event in March, where we're going to deliver a topic in person and online on what students and young professionals need to do to be successful. And we're going to have a real talk with young people on what it is that they need to do to get to the next level, no matter where they are. And so that'll be powerful. And then every month we have an event that builds on community or recognizes something that's special, or people or groups who have either contributed to the fund, or we bring awareness to the fund. And we try to make it a fun event. So every month we've got something. There's a calendar out there. If you follow me on Facebook or IG, even TikTok. My calendar's out there. And then it culminates with Skating for Scholarships in December. And then that event is December 8th through the 13th. Matter of fact, the initial rollout, it was the 9th to the 13th. We're doing the five-night model. We just got added a sixth night. So we're redoing the materials to be able to do that. And then that gives the community and the country the opportunity to come to Dallas, Texas in the wintertime. Hey, good folk in the north, you want to be in Texas in the wintertime. Enjoy the skate community where you can roll in a rink at least 6 nights a week, because you're going to roll with me 6 nights a week. But technically, you probably could roll 7 nights a week with multiple rinks. But this time and for this year, you can roll for a cause and see something great coming in action, culminating. You don't have to watch the video. You can be part of the video. You can be the video. And that's what we're really inviting people to do. Again, we have host hotels and transportation options. I always say all airlines lead to Dallas. All roads, I-20 and I-20 and I-30 from the east and west, I-35 and I-45 from the north and south. If you're driving, you can get here. If you get here, we'll take care of you.
We got you. Like, I pulled up the calendar so we could learn a little bit about some of the events. Let me see if I can I put all 3 of these on here together?
And we're also on Eventbrite. So you can also go to Eventbrite, Skating for Scholarships, wherever you are. All details will be there.
Because when everybody looks at this later and then find it on Eventbrite, inside of my head, inside of my head, I think it could be a little bit difficult to put this together.
And that's okay, because I have a website, www.skatingforscholarships.org, that will have all the information. And even if you can't make it for whatever reason, there's a way to contribute. There's a way to be part of this movement that we're calling Skating for Scholarships. And I assure you, if you become part of the movement, I will recognize you if you want recognition. And if you don't,
Chuck, 1 second. Yeah. I'm trying to pull this up so that people can see the events while you're saying it, and your whole face is covered. You're talking, and I had to be real. So that I don't want it to just be like a conceptual, these are some of the events, and this is something that we could specifically do. Oh no. So here we go. This is the Chuck Burst Scholarship, the Chuck Burst Scholarship Fund calendar. I got the calendar up while you're talking now.
Good deal.
But so it looks like the art of fundraising happened in January. Yep. Then the goals and roll forward. You talked about the scholarship and mentoring event in March. What are y'all doing for the scholarship kickoff and donor appreciation in April?
In April, I'm going to give recognition to some of those donors that kind of above and beyond, and we really kick off the fundraising season, because in order to give away $100,000, which is our goal this year, we got to raise $100,000. So I try to be very intentional about raising money, and we have an event where either I'll host it at my home or it'll be hosted at some neutral location. And it's always fun. We'll have some music, have some food, have some fellowship, share some stories, share some pictures, share some results. Everybody goes away happy. And hopefully they will go away energized and drop a little money to start the scholarship fundraising effort.
Awesome. So, yeah, I was thinking so hard pulling all that stuff up because you're going through the things, and then like right now, it's like we're next to each other. I don't know why I'm describing this to you. This is like me thinking out loud while talking to you. So, boom. I wanted to make sure that everything was like put together before you said the next sentence. There's a funny scenario where, anyway, I'll tell you when we get off. I don't even need to waste everybody's time with the social media mumbo jumbo. It's like nothing to do with skating. So I'm super excited for the golf tournament. Does somebody win? Like, who won last year?
There are multiple winners. Look,
Okay.
everybody goes away happy. Everybody goes away happy. It's a fun event. Yeah, there is a first, second, and third place team prize awards.
Okay.
All right. But we also give away a first place in our women's flight. We give a first place in our co-eds flight. And then we give the biggest trophy to the team that has the most strokes. That's what we call it, the most strokes. So technically it's the last place team, but they get the biggest, but they get the biggest award.
Oh, wow.
And that's always a hit because people go to things, they think, oh, it's a tournament. Okay, I didn't win. Well, everybody's a winner.
Yeah,
We're very generous with our raffle and our silent auction. We usually have raffles and silent auctions in just about every event.
Okay.
They get some good food and good fellowship.
Oh, that sounds exciting. And then
Yeah.
they call them flights. Is that like a group of people that play golf? They're flights?
Yeah.
Wow.
They could go off in flights. That's right.
They call them. Now I'm just interested in golf. I'm just asking questions about golf now.
Yeah.
That's how you know when you have a good event, when people are just interested in the lore of the event.
Oh man, look, we've been doing the golf thing. This is our 26th year.
26 years. Wow.
26 years. And 26 years of anything is definitely more than a habit.
Oh, that's a lifestyle. Yeah,
it's a lifestyle.
Love it. That's enough time for it to be inconvenient.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So I have the extra special, super secret. Nobody has ever thought about this question before question. I want to change it now. I'm reading it out loud and I want to ask it. Nope. If you had one message to tell the world about the Chuck Birch Scholarship Fund that you could give it, that you could say in 2 to 3 sentences, I'm going to say that all at once because I tripped on it. If you had one message that you could tell the world about the Chuck Birch Scholarship Fund that you could say in 2 to 3 sentences, what would it be?
It would be, my message, to anyone would be, try to be part of something that's bigger than yourself, something that makes an impact immediately. The Chuck Birch Scholarship Fund is actually doing that. And engage us. Find out where you can fit in, follow our journey, and share our journey. Because if you share our journey, even if it's not for you at this time, it could be for someone else. But we're making a real difference right now. And so help us make a real difference right now.
Hey, that's the perfect place Have you ever seen that interview with the Migos and DJ Academics?
Yeah, I actually have. You actually pointed me to that.
This is the second time I've said it. I say it that often. Wrap it up. It's time to wrap it up. No, that was all the questions. Like, I really enjoyed talking with you. I love the perspective on planning roller skating events as well as an overview of skating for scholarships. And with all hearts and minds clear, it's been amazing talking with you. Until next time, peace, skate world.